Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Aquarius Sun, Moon and also Aquarius Rising weekly general tarot reading November 15th up until November 21st, 2021. And should you be interested guys in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And as well, if you do enjoy the content here and you do wish to support us, so just leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any of our weekly uploads and as well live streams. So with that being said aside, moving straight away to the reading itself, the very first card for you, Capricorn, not Capricorn, Aquarius. I just did the Capricorn one. So Aquarius, that will be the Knight of Swords, followed by, oh my God, the Ten of Swords. And that will be a hell of a start here that we have. Probably with these two, and when I draw the catalyst for the Knight of Swords, I will know more. Well, probably somebody is about to make it easy on you guys. But in any case, we do have those two. So Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords. Let me check on, can you see them? Yeah, all right. So those couple of cards. The third one, that is going to be the Two of Swords. Followed by the fourth one, which is the Seven of Pentacles, and the fifth card of your spread, Aquarius, that is going to be the Four of Cups. Pretty strange week, if you ask me. Yeah, it seems that to a certain extent, the very least, that person, the Knight of Swords, is gonna make it easier on you to make one or another decision or to make one or another action. But even if you do so, that is to lead you into some kind of a state of peace, especially peace of mind. There will be still things that needs to be done. And according to these cards, the very least, it doesn't look like that you will be able to do those things throughout the week. So we are talking about a snowball that is going to lead you further into the future than just this one particular week. So starting up here with the person itself, with the devil itself, that is going to be the Knight of a Swords, and it is catalyzed by the Two of Pentacles. We do have those couple of cards, and they pretty much speaks about a very stubborn and what do you call to the one that's not that how can I say, doesn't know how to juggle around, okay? Very stubborn and quite of a narrow-minded individual. An individual that once it does fixate itself or herself or himself on a specific thing, it's the only thing on their mind. It is the only thing that really matters for them. What I mean is that this is a person who is incapable to see things as they change, as the progression of the situation goes. You know, one day it's good to take on a certain approach, but that approach may not be good 2 days after. Well, these are people who, when they take on something, they stick with it, even if it proves not to be the best thing possible. Okay, for one or another reason you are involved into that. Probably you talked with that person about that thing. Okay, you talked that they have to change strategy, they have to make up their mind about approaching the situation from a different angle, approaching the situation from a different way, and yet, you know, they does not want to let go of the concepts they have, of the plans they have, which happens to be outdated as of this week, November 15th up until November 21st. And so what happens as a result, it is the Ten of Swords, the breaking. It's as simple as that. And the breaking, it's like I said, this person is going to make it easy on you, because they will not want to hear anything aside of that they are right. So it's the stubbornness which is talking here. And with the Ten of Swords, it's it's not like you will have much of a choice to choose something different. Okay, the Ten of Swords keeps or brings up even more, I can't really say it, negativity, because it may not be as negative as you may think it is when it happens. But the Ten of Swords brings up the lack of reprimanding, or the absence of ability to reprimand the situation, meaning that once you do make up that move, which is classified here with the Ten of Swords, there is no going back. There is no going back from it. So if you do decide, for example, to cut this person loose, it stays that for good. Now, the positive aspect of the Ten of Swords, though, it is that it's short-lived energy, meaning that even if you do feel bad about it, that is not going to be for a very long time. Now, one advice that we can give, or I can give you from the Ten of Swords as the philosophy of the card, it is to make a retrospection. I believe it is the word, where you do draw a line and you do scale up the pros and the cons from the relationship you had with that person thus far. And that will help you make that decision, should you make it or break it, whatever that relationship is, because it could be friendship or a business relationship, or maybe an intimate relationship as well. Regardless of the case, it's very important that you do make that analysis, because like the card states, there is no going back from it. Regardless of what decision, though, you Aquarius are about to make, some of you are going to decide, okay, I'm going to stick with this one no matter what until death do us apart. Others will say it's not worth it, so I'm going to cut it clean. Whichever way you decide, we do have the Two of Swords afterwards, which pretty much speaks about the peace that you're going to find yourself in after you make up your choice. So probably how can I say, the wavering, regardless of how big it was, some of you may have a big wavering, others may have a very tiny wavering, but regardless, the wavering, it is because there were an absence of that choice. And once you do make up your mind of how you are to proceed with this individual here, which I forgot to mention how you are to recognize them, they are very intellectually gifted, meaning that they are very clever, which is different from smart. Okay, they are very clever, and as well they are the word is not forthcoming, blunt probably I should use. So they are very blunt when it comes to expression. So once you do make up your mind, like I said, you are going to fall in a state of peace, although there will be still some things that will need to be taken a decision of. However, the difference in between the decision of the Ten of Swords and the Two of Swords, it is that here with the Two of Swords, now you are not pressed by time. You can take your time. In fact, the card is urging you to take your time, because under the energy of the Two of Swords, the right answer, or the answer, or the action that you have to take, the right ones, are going to become obvious with time as you wait. This card works through the method of elimination. And just to give you an example of it, say you do have a couple of jobs that you want to take on. If you have to decide under the energy of the Two of Swords, you stall until one of the jobs become unavailable and you do get the other one. It is just how the card works. But the card literally states that with time, everything will become clear to you. However, this will be, the can is thrown further down the road, okay? It's going to go beyond the end of this week. But as you do stay within this piece, the mental process of thinking of the investments you are willing to do. It's not just even about to do, but the investments that you're willing to do within your love life, within your career, within the entirety of your life, is going to take a restructure, is going to take a reshuffling, where there is going to be an adjustment of the investments that you are about to plan doing, about your job, and again about your relationship and about your career. And the sole reason for that, it is so you do not feel like something or somebody is using you. You do not have to find yourself in a place where you do give everything you have and you gain nothing in return. And in order to do so, you definitely needed those swords cards, because the swords, they are the truth. And you're definitely gonna find some kind of a truth into this week about your situations that you do have a wavering about. And that wavering is gonna be no longer there. And at the end of the week here for you, Aquarius, we do have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is generally a very good card, because it does shows that whatever progress you made throughout the week, whatever fruits you are able to cultivate through your effort, you will enjoy them, okay? But that card also speaks about unfound potential that you have to seek developing, okay? Unfound potential, for example, within your romantic or within your career life, and you have to seek developing it. And only thing that the card urges you to do is to, instead of giving a room of your, how can I say, emotional affinities, to think clearly with your head, because this opportunity, or rather like this way that you can develop these potentials, it is that cup here which is offered to you. Unfortunately, if you do stick around and dwell upon your emotions, which are the cups beneath, it's very unlikely that you are to see that opportunity. So at the end of the week, you gotta do a really good job to tame your emotions. Now, of course, I do not ask you to be emotionless, and to disregard them, but if they don't make any sense, probably you should think twice about what you are missing or what you are about to do. So with that being said, Aquarius, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, November 15th up until November 21st, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, and we may see each other next time. Until then, bye.